I'm Michael with Writer Sanctuary, and today we're going to do things a little bit different. Is Textbroker right for you? Should you quit writing for content mills? This video is a response to my friend Chris Desatoff. He's a great guy, and the link to his video will be in the description down below. Well, it's only been a month since the year started, and many of you might think that it's been a waste of time. Probably had a bunch of goals that you thought you would be able to achieve, and things didn't pan out right. Some may not even have goals at all. There's nothing technically wrong with that, but they do help to keep yourself on the course, whatever course that might be. But even though January is long gone, there's still plenty of time left to make 2019 your banner year. And don't worry about being bummed out or depressed that you didn't meet any goals throughout the entire month of January. Sure, you lost a bit of productivity, but you need to take care of yourself before you succeed in anything. Trust me, I know about creating videos when you don't want to bum the shit out of everybody. In fact, that's why I had to take Tuesday off a couple weeks ago. Depression will affect the content you create, whether you're writing or creating videos. You've got to take care of yourself first. In my case, no one wants to see a 42-year-old grown man cry like a 9-year-old schoolgirl on camera. The joys of being bipolar 1. So what about quitting Textbroker? Personally, I don't see why anyone would outright shut off their account at Textbroker. You can let it sit idle while trying to figure your stuff out. This way you don't lose a record of your completed jobs or any teams that you're on. Hell, I've probably done a handful of orders since the end of the summer. This is because I got so many other projects going on. And this is on top of my retaining client. And I gotta say, damn you, Chris, you brought a tear to my eye. It's encouraging to know that I helped you in some fashion. In fact, it's the purpose why I built WriterSanctuary.com to begin with. It wasn't to make money or to get endorsement deals or to bring in that AdSense cash. Don't get me wrong, that's nice. But it's always been about trying to help people. And when you go on video and you tell the world, essentially, that how much I meant to you when you were working on Textbroker, it chokes me up. And yes, I do get choked up when people leave comments in the videos that I create that I've helped them in some way too. That right there is why I do this. I might not get all the views that people like PewDiePie get, but if I can just help one person out there, then my mission's complete. It makes keeping this channel active worth it for me. Helping others is and always was my primary goal. So thank you for the plug, Chris. You're an amazing gentleman. And I get why quitting Textbroker helps inspire you to do better. And even though I don't agree with shutting it down completely, you gotta do what works for you, man. If jumping ship helps get your head in the game, that's what it's gonna take. But I would have to disagree about your comment on burning bridges. For one, it limits the amount of paths you can take. For instance, nothing is saying that you purely have to write for Textbroker. Take me, for example. I have an awesome client right now who gives me a ton of flexibility in my day. But if I need a few extra dollars this week, I can spend a couple hours on Sunday writing out content on Textbroker. And this is in addition to working on my own blogs or streaming on Twitch. Don't think of it as a path to go backwards. Instead, think of it as keeping your options open in case you need something in the future. I kind of know how you feel about the struggle, though, of maintaining a certain workflow in Textbroker. If you're not ready for it, it's really easy to get burned out. That's part of why I started putting more effort into my own work. To be a full-time success at Textbroker or any other content mill, it takes a lot of grinding out of work. And after 7 years, I feel like that I want more out of my effort. My blogs, this channel, even Wattpad give me a little bit of an outlet to at least put my name on something. Because when you're writing as a ghostwriter for content mills like Textbroker, you're essentially selling your work without any credit except for the cash they give you. Somebody else's name is going on that piece, which is okay for a lot of people. I don't mind, really. It's just there's some days where I would like somebody to know that, hey, Michael Brockbank wrote that. I think a big part of it is that my mom is finishing her second book right now. My sister is looking for a new publisher of her second book, and I have yet to even start my first. And there's days where I look at myself as nothing more than a glorified blogger, and it gets me down sometimes. Now, there's a huge major truth behind writing for content mills and being a success. Sites like Textbroker work great if you can handle the workload. Not everybody can sit down and crack content for 8 hours straight. The only reason why I can is because I was born to write. In fact, one of the employees of the retainer that I have right now was making a comment about how much content I create between them, my blogs, and everything else that I do on Textbroker. He was wondering how I was able to do so much content in such a short amount of time. My response was that it helps when you have no social life. If you have no one to spend your days with, it's easy to keep focused. But still, it takes a lot of effort to be successful in content mills. It's not something every writer can do. Now, this doesn't mean that you're a failure, though. Everyone has their cup of tea when it comes to what they want to do. Some won't have the most stellar of experience writing for content mills, while others like myself can pull in a full-time income using part-time hours. That doesn't make me better than you. Sites like Textbroker are simply what keep me engaged. And that's the trick to being a success. Find something that keeps your mind focused and that you enjoy. This could be through private clients, Textbroker, or signing up with Indeed.com or 247talent.com. If you want to be a successful freelance writer, you've got to find the perfect niche for yourself. I can tell you about all the successes I've had on Textbroker, and I can argue with anybody about making $25 an hour. But that's because that's what works for me. It may not be what works for you. In the end, it's all about what you get from the experience. How does it help you progress as a person, as a professional? Yes, I praise Textbroker, but that doesn't mean you have to. Throughout my entire life, I've had jobs where my typing speed was an asset. This included a lot of data entry positions, such as that with the government, or creating real estate insurance forms. I've always been a fast typist. And being fast is key if you want to make money on Textbroker. Your skills might lie in different areas, which is okay, as long as you put in the effort to figure out what makes you a success. Because in the end, that's what it all really boils down to. Effort. And it may take a bit of time to discover what makes you happy as a freelance writer, to discover where your interests lie. Might be able to find yourself a position with a company online that'll pay you handsomely for 2,000-word articles instead of trying to crack out 500 words at a time on Textbroker. Life is all about self-improvement and discovery. And the moment you discover what makes you the professional that you are, everything else falls into place. One of my favorite sayings is that you will fail 100% of the things you do not try. And personally, I don't believe in absolute failures. In fact, I tell my kids all the time that nothing is truly a failure as long as you learn something from the experience. If you learn from a mistake, it improves your chances of success later on. And thanks to the power of the internet, there's a ton of different ways you can make money from home. What if you're a cartoonist or a graphic designer? Have you ever thought about using Teespring or other print-on-demand services? To Chris and anybody else watching this, find where your talents are and exploit them. Find what makes you happy and keeps your head in the game. Because once you give up and let depression grab you by the throat, it gets more difficult to succeed in any field. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like button. It's something I'm kind of experimenting with. If you want to learn more about Textbroker, freelance writing, Wattpad, or WordPress, hit the subscribe button. I try to create videos every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Before I call it a day, though, I'd still like to say thank you again to Chris. It's people like you that inspire me to keep doing what I do. I have faith in you. You'll find your way. That's going to do it for me today. I'll see you tomorrow.